All right, I just got done working out. That's why I'm sweaty. I did listen to more Thai content while I was working out as I'm restructuring the way I'm interacting with Thai content during this comprehensible input language journey that I have going on right now. A lot of restructuring, a lot of difference compared to the previous year of learning Thai. If you follow along my videos, I definitely became really obsessive. Many 5 to 6 hours plus days, or sorry, 6 hours plus days at learning the Thai language. And it really took a toll on me. And I am now changing my ways and trying to figure out how to best integrate learning a language, but also staying healthy at the same time. So I've been experimenting, and hopefully my experimentation will help a lot of learners who are looking to, like, okay, I want to learn a language. I'm changing my life around to learn this language because you don't want it to interfere with too much. And it's definitely got to be a priority. You're never going to get that far with a language. How would I best do that? And that's what these videos are for. It's documenting my own journey, but also helping others like you who may be learning another language, especially Thai. That's the one I'm fighting and learning right now with. And it's been quite a journey, and the topic of this video is going to be, do I regret using comprehensible input to learn Thai? I know in one of my videos, it's like 30 minutes long. The first like 25 minutes, a lot of it is kind of, my own personal thoughts. Most of these videos moving forward won't be too scripted. It's going to be my own like free-flowing thoughts, trying to be as open and honest as possible, make some authentic videos here, not all that are like, oh yeah, it's so great, everything's perfect. I'm definitely experiencing some negatives, and talk about, in this video, do I regret using the method to learn the Thai language? Now, I want to start this video with some wins and losses, or some pros and cons, or ups or downs along my Thai learning journey. So we just passed Valentine's Day right now, and we celebrate Lunar New Year's, Chinese Lunar New Year's. If you didn't know, there's a lot of Chinese Thais out there who really still celebrate Lunar New Year's. And I went to this house party down in Miami, right? And again, it's like I mentioned before, most of the wives are completely Thai, and the husbands are all not Thai. And I haven't seen this group of people in quite a while, so it was really fun to meet them. And again, I went to this house party, lots of food. I love food. Very beautiful, great time. But the highlight of this is that tons of Thai people were there. The house is huge; it's like 5,000 square feet, something crazy. And I would say at least 30 plus Thai people were there. And this got a great opportunity for me to practice Thai. Now, I was thinking, like, I'm gonna film while I'm there, but it's families, so there's kids everywhere, and I just didn't think that filming people's kids. I don't like my daughter being filmed personally, so I just didn't think it would be appropriate of me to film videos. But I got to interact with a lot of the Thai people there. I got a lot of compliments, so it really surprised me because lately I just been practicing with my Thai mother-in-law who only speaks Thai, right? And now I'm starting to, work with my wife because she never really spoke Thai with me either way. And I was doing that silent period for 1,000 hours, but it kind of got destroyed when life happens and mother-in-law arrives when I'm at 800 hours. Um, but yeah, all the compliments I got was insane. So most people, they heard me talk, and then they just thought like I could just say like certain things, and then they start talking like their own conversations with themselves, and I was able to add in Thai, and that just shocked them. Like that's where they was like, "Oh my gosh, your wife is such a great teacher. Like I wish my husband spoke Thai." They gather their husbands, and they're like, "See, he knows Thai. Why don't you? It's so easy. Like he can speak Thai." And that was a major win. Like it was so positive, like the positive reinforcement of so many different people wanting to come up to me and talk to me in Thai. And I was able to interact with them, talk about what's going on in my life currently, the situation. Like we have a new baby on the way. We didn't tell anybody until that day. And what am I planning with the baby, and just what's going on in our lives. And they were just so intrigued. They started inviting me over. One of the people, they own like their entire durian farm in Thailand. And they're like, "Oh, you gotta come! Like my family would love to see you speak Thai." And I was like, "This is so weird." But anyways, um, yeah, a lot of positive reinforcement from that house visit. Um, and I know I mentioned in a previous video, I felt like maybe a bilingual 7 year old, but a lot of those kids there, they understood Thai, but they didn't want to speak to their parents in Thai. Most of the kids were just the parents speak to them in Thai, the kid responds in English, and they go about their life that way. But I must say that was a huge, huge win for me. And anybody who's studying comprehensible input, it does work. It's going to take a lot of time and focus and dedication, and the results are definitely speaking for themselves. So that was, again, a major win for me. A major loss for me, or heartbreak, if you want to say. So I was at my daughter's birthday party, and it's been her entire birthday. We went to Disney. We had Lunar New Year's. I was also celebrating her birthday there. And then we had a party at an indoor playground area. And there was I think like four Thai couples that came to our birthday party. It was mainly just her classmates. And the first one, I spoke to her in Thai, and then I got a positive reaction, and she started speaking Thai back to me. But the second one, she had three kids. So granted, she had her mind pretty busy, but I spoke to her in Thai, and she just responded to me in English. And then I responded to her in Thai. She understood what I said, right? We were talking about, our new baby boy coming along the way. Like, when is she due? I told him when she's due, and then she's asked me, like, she just followed up, like, "Oh, like, are you ready? The baby's coming, like, this summer." And it's like, okay, I told her in Thai, like, what I was planning to do, like I did at the house party. But she responded to me back in English. And I was like, wow, I know you speak Thai. Like, you're from Thailand. But she just wasn't speaking to me in Thai. She just refused. And I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to keep pushing, like, oh, only Thai, only Thai. I didn't do that. But it was something I was like, oh, I was thinking maybe it's my accent. Maybe she's kind of like, worrying about her kids, or used to talking to her kids in English or Thai. Um, but she didn't have any like reaction at all to my Thai. She understood. She didn't say, "Oh my gosh," I didn't get a reaction, but she just took it as like, I spoke Thai. She responded in English. But at that moment, it was a downer for me. I was like, oh, I'm over here. I want to practice Thai, but we're not practicing Thai today, apparently. I'm speaking Thai to you. You're speaking English back to me. Going back to the win, though, just a side note. There's people from Isan, South Thailand, Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, all these different areas in Thailand, and they were just so excited that they have like different words for like I would say, like, is things tasty, or like certain ways of saying things. And then I was talking to each one, because I kind of picked up using comprehensible input, like, okay, people from here talk a certain way. They were just so excited that I knew like the little regional variances. Just by telling their accent, I was able to like speak their little regional differences to them. And that was, again, that was a major, major highlight. I just want to share with the community that things are still going well. But yeah, topic of the video, do I regret using comprehensible input to learn Thai? And just right off the bat, I don't regret using comprehensible input. Do I regret anything? I think I just became, like I mentioned, very obsessive about learning a language, especially the Thai. I just fell in love with the language, the culture, the people, the food, I just really became so obsessed. And it didn't have to be comprehensible input. It could have been like reading a book, right? Say if I was a massive reader, but I just became so obsessed with it where life and everything else just kind of paused. Um, it could have been like that with anything. I like to be really obsessive when I try something. I want to try to do it very well. If I was going to gamble, I would become a gambling addict probably. If I drink, I don't drink, but I probably drink a lot of alcohol. Just want to try everything. But no, I definitely don't regret using Thai comprehensible input. I still find like my level of Thai understanding. I was in a room with tons of husbands who all attempted and failed to learn the Thai language. And most of them started with textbooks. They tried to learn how to read and write first. And that's what most of them say, like, oh, you have to learn how to read or write. Or they used the Becker book. So many of them talk about the Becker book. They never finished it, they never got through it, and they never had any types, like any kind of fluency in the Thai language. They struggle, they can't understand what Thai people are saying, they don't understand native content. And this is like the exact opposite of my scenario. So I can't read or write in Thai. Spoken Thai, just like regular people talking, I find super easy as long as they're staying at the surface level. I mean, basic everyday talk is just fine. When things go a little bit deeper and the words get more and more complex, that's when things get kind of, I have to start using context clues to trying to put things together in my own head. I could be right, I could be wrong, but then again, I'm able to follow a conversation, speak to add to the conversation, and I'm understood, and they can talk back to me in Thai. So I think at the level I'm at now, I'm definitely very happy at the level I'm at. Could I have gotten there using the traditional methods? I don't know. I don't think I would became obsessed with the textbook. I don't think I would became obsessed with reading and writing in Thai and reading books. Um, just because maybe a topic for another video, but if I would have done that route, I probably would end up like most of those husbands who can't read. They've learned how to read, but they still can't read. And they definitely don't speak, and they have no idea what their wives are saying or anybody in the house. They are just completely in their own little zone. The house was crazy because we had Thai going on, Spanish going on, English going on, and a little bit of Russian. So it was just languages just freaking flying everywhere. I'm just out into the Thai. They kept asking me, am I going to learn Spanish? I'm like, no, I'm not going to learn Spanish. I'm sticking with Thai. This is what I'm doing. But going back to the topic, do I think I would become obsessed with a textbook? The answer is no. There's no way I would have fallen in love with the textbook method. I probably would have stuck to my original plan of 15, 30 minutes a day. Right now, I have done years and years and years ahead of what I was thinking of doing. I've met a lot of Thai learners along the way who are at various levels. They've done all the Becker books to the advanced. They can read, but they have no idea what people are saying. One thing that will make a big difference is native content. A lot of learners kind of get stuck in the comprehensible input bubble. I think there's a lot of great teachers out there. I think if I regret anything, it was waiting a little bit too long to integrate native content. I think the Thai comprehensible input videos are really great. I think once you get past, I would say if you're following along what I did, especially after the beginners, and you have a good foundation, like you can follow along with the intermediate videos, I would highly recommend start really just adding native content in there, engaging with speakers, like not engaging, but like listening to how like native people speak, because I think there's a big difference with that. One thing I've been restructuring, I'll probably make a video about this later, to try to stay healthier and also get more input in. Because before, if I was multitasking, I just felt like I couldn't focus enough on the task at hand, like absorbing the language. I've been going back to a few levels below where I'm currently at. So say Riam Thai has some advanced videos. If you're still on the advanced videos, I would say that her way of pronouncing everything clearly and slowly for everybody to understand sounds like this, even at the advanced levels. Just to let you know, it's just her videos are very well spoken, and you're definitely picking up a lot of words. It's very comprehensible if that's what you're looking for. But at my current level, I still find that I can multitask and easily listen to those videos with a very high percentage of focus. If it was native content, this would be much, much harder. So for my more passive listening, that I really don't like the idea of passive, but I need to learn how to balance life better using comprehensible input. I'm using levels that are below mine, or the speaking slow and clear enough where I can understand while, like, say I'm working out or I'm doing something else, where it's the level is so much lower. It's just like, just as if you're listening to English in the background. You can like, kind of like listen in like an audio book. I find listening to native content, even at my level, if I was focused on it and I was watching a video in native content, I would be able to follow along, understand what's going on. I just don't feel like that's good for me at my current level. I just feel like when I start splitting my multitasking, the native content, because they'll use things I haven't heard before, slang, idioms, a lot of different speech patterns that are just not that prevalent in the comprehensible input videos, because it's just random, it's wild language, it's the real language. I find I need to still focus on that to get a very high 95% plus understanding. I feel like it's easier to like start zone out or just not be able to follow along as smoothly as the lower levels. So if you're looking for something to do passively, I would highly recommend try to do something that's more easy than something that you're trying to learn the language, right? So I find, especially the intermediate videos on the Thai Comprehensible Input YouTube channel, those videos are so easy now, where it's like, okay, this is very easy while working out. Riem Thai uses a lot of new words. So I was watching the video about, slang that was used in 2025, or idioms or whatever, like sayings. It's like some of those I haven't really thought too much about the individual words, but because she speaks so slowly and very understandable, you can kind of put things in order while you're multitasking. But I still find the native content, the Nikki Night Chat videos that I like watching, or any other Thai YouTubers, I just don't want to multitask because I just want to focus on that and use that as my enjoyment and advancing my own understanding of the Thai language. So that's a little tip that I have for today. Getting back to the idea of regret, I don't regret the Thai comprehensible input method to learn the language. I don't really have any real regrets of what I did because the results I got. And I think a lot of people, they're missing a few things. So I compare, I know it sounds bad, but I like to compare, like, what did you do? How are you learning this content? Of a lot of learners, language learners, especially if they're using comprehensible input methods or a lot of input heavy methods. And there's a few things that I've definitely noticed. And I think the sacrifices that I did, even though it was very, obsessive and a lot of things, like I could have done maybe a little bit better. I think the results kind of speak for themselves. The level I'm at, where I feel very confident with constructing my own sentences in a very different language than English. I didn't get that many share vocabulary words. Some idioms may have English in them, but it's just not as common as you may think. Again, if I would do things differently, I probably would have tried a more balanced approach. But again, I don't think the results would have been the same as if I was just focused and concentrated on the language like I was during my previous year. Now I'm at this level now where I'm slowing down a lot. I'm not tracking my hours speaking. I'm not tracking anything I'm doing like passively that's native content. I am going to track my passive listening, like where I'm working out, but I'm listening to content that's lower, because all that is easy to focus on. And I'm gonna continue making these videos and share my wins and losses along the ways. And hopefully you can gain something from these videos, ideas of how to approach your language learning goals on your own. Again, I have my laptop right here. And that is how I was listening to my input today while I was working out. If you like videos like this, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one right there.